Nation, it's your favorite nurse Jasmine, and I'm back today with another video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed your New Year's Eve, your New Year's Day, and that you are safe and you had fun and you're ready to start this year with an open heart, some motivation, some determination, a little bit of inspiration, and you know, kick this year off the right way. Like 2019 tried to end your girl, it tried to take me out, but I'm still here and I'm ready to see what this year has to bring me. So as far as a new year, that means it is time for a new semester, and I am here to bring you guys the classes that I'll be taking my final semester of FNP. I'm super excited. I feel like it's taken a long time to get here, and I know this semester is going to drag, and it's just going to be super hard and super difficult, but it's the last semester and I'm very excited to get it started so I can get it over with, and then we'll have to focus on boards. So I'm going to take this one step at a time, and we're going to start with what classes I have this semester. So if you're interested, please continue. First class is going to be my elective course. So I am super frustrated with this process. This is the last elective, the last graduate elective that I had to take, and of course it was in my last semester. However, my school only provided one elective. Yes, one. And I was super bummed because some of the girls who have been in the part-time program, so they did 3 years instead of 2 years, they were like, I took this really good forensic nursing classes, I took this really cool palliative care classes. I wanted to do the palliative care class as my graduate elective, just because that would be something that I would be interested in. It's something that I deal with a lot. I deal with a lot of palliative and hospice patients being in the ICU. So I was like, that is something that I could definitely see myself doing in the future. Not that that's what my goal is, but if it was an option, maybe something like per diem, I could definitely see myself doing that, and I thought that class would be perfect. However, that class was not available until summer of 2020. Sis, I graduate spring 2020, so I cannot wait to take that elective course in the summer, because that will push my graduation date back, and I'm not pushing my graduation date back for an elective. My school only provided one graduate elective, and it is curriculum and professional development. Yeah, that's it. So I had to sign up. Yay. So this class is geared more towards those who are interested in being nurse educators. I have told you guys multiple times that I'm not interested in being like a professor. I would love to be like a clinical instructor. It would interest me in the future, but I would only like to be in a clinical setting. I learn best in a clinical setting, and I like those who learn that way as well and who can apply what they've learned in class to practice. So as far as like developing a curriculum, this is not something that I'm interested in, but like I said, it was the only graduate elective that was available, so I have to take it in order to graduate. The only thing is, this right now it says that this class is supposed to be an in-class class and is not an online class, which is going to be very difficult for me to attend, considering that I already commute to one location, and this class is going to require me to commute to another location that is about an hour and 30 minutes away from me instead of 30 minutes away from me, and that is going to be very difficult in the spring because it snows like a mofo here. Like, I know it's like, oh, like winter, it should be snowing really bad right now. No, it starts snowing really bad here January, February, March, and sometimes it continues to snow until May. So it's going to be very difficult because some days you literally can't see any of the road because it snows so bad up here. So I have to reach out to my instructor and ask, because one of my other professors, when talking about electives last semester, told me that this class was going to be online, but when I signed up for the class, it said it was going to be in class. So I don't know. Either way it goes, I'm not going to be able to attend every single class, and hopefully that will be okay. Hopefully maybe I can just attend classes when I have to take an exam. I don't know. So the next class is going to be my regular FNP 3 clinical management class. This is the class that I have to take every single semester. It is basically teaching us how to manage disease processes, how to prescribe medications, what labs to order, differential diagnosis, the same blase that I tell you guys every semester, because this is now my 3rd semester of clinical management, and every semester we just have a different focus. I think we should definitely be focused on like women's and male health, because we haven't really done that. We will probably still do some like endocrine, cardio, respiratory, you know, blase. Hopefully get a better focus on pediatric population, and then yeah, I don't know what else to expect from this class. I never know what to expect from him. This is a class that I've been struggling with all semester to get a freaking A in, and I'm hoping that I can end this semester with an A in his class. A part of this class is clinical, so we'll just go into my clinical rotations this semester. So as far as clinicals this semester, I do have 3 clinical sites. I know, you guys remember when I was stressed because I literally couldn't find one? Yeah, this semester I have 3, and that is because I had to do specialties, and it is required by the school that you have to have. You don't have to do specialties, but it is required by my university that we have 100 pediatric hours, 40 women health hours, and then you have to do the remainder of your hours wherever you can get your hours at. So first semester I did geriatrics, second semester I did primary care. This semester I will be doing my 40 hours of women's health. And then I will be going to a second location for 100 hours of pediatrics, which means I will only see peds. Like, I have to do 100 freaking hour of just only peds. Y'all don't know how stressful that is. I already have some peds hours, but I just set it up to where I would still do 100 at this pediatric clinic. It is actually the clinic that both of my boys go to, so I am familiar with the provider, but she makes me a little nervous. I got set up with this through one of the students who was with her last semester. I just contacted her, was like, hey, you have one of the other students, like, would you mind me doing 100 hours with you? And she was like, no problem. I have no issues with that. And I was like, thank you. But either way it goes, I'm very, very scared. The 40 hours of women's health, I feel like that's gonna breeze by, and that's where I will start at. But this 100 pediatric hours is literally stressing me out. Like, talking about it right now makes my stomach nauseous and makes me feel like my stomach is gonna fall out of my butt, because it's just, sis, I'm so nervous. I have to do 100 pediatric hours, and then I secured a 3rd clinical site, which is going to be at an urgent care. So I will do 85 hours of urgent care, which are considered my specialty hours. So I think we're only allowed to do 50 specialty hours, but I had to go through this like process of getting it cleared for me to do my remainder 85 hours with an urgent care, because that is actually an area that I'm interested in doing once I am finished with school. I feel like it will give me still a little bit of the like acute care, sick visits, not really having my own patients, a little bit of ICU as far as like pneumonia, COPD management, and breaks and things like that, without being like primary care. So there's a lot of areas that I'm interested in. I just really don't know which way I want to venture into. So I feel like doing clinicals in multiple places helps you get exposed to those areas, because I could be saying right now, you know, I want to do urgent care, but then I get into my urgent care clinicals and realize that that's something that I don't want to do, which I think is the purpose of clinicals. Because right now I said I didn't want to do primary care, but I really loved my primary care preceptor, and if I could work with her, I definitely would have worked with her. So yeah, I will be going to those 3 places. So once again, I will be doing women's health first, pediatric, and urgent care. I will be doing those like kind of in conjunction with one another. It's just that my women's health preceptor, she moves in April, so I want to get my 40 hours done with her within like the first, hopefully like 2 weeks of school. Hopefully I can just break it up, and if not in 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks it will take me to do it, because like I still work part-time. So at least within like 2 to 3 weeks, I just want to get all of those hours knocked out before I go to any one of my other preceptors. And I will just do a little bit of pediatric and urgent care together, so that way I am not overwhelmed with only pediatric, because like I said, that is just one of my weakest points. It makes me the most nervous. I am the most uncomfortable with that population, and I think it would just be a lot for me to just do 100 straight hours of just pediatrics with nothing else in between. So that's just kind of how I'm going to break up my clinicals. So I'm very, very excited about this last semester, because I am just more excited to just get it done and over with so I can graduate. But I am very excited about clinicals. I don't really know what to expect from women's health either. It's not that I'm just like super confident with it. It's just like it doesn't intimidate me like pediatrics does. So yeah, all of my clinical sites are within like 5 to 20 minutes. So I have no like commute, which is great because like I said, the weather here gets really bad, and I wanted to keep all of my clinicals for spring really close, so that way I don't let like weather doesn't affect it. Because originally, like, y'all, she was trying to send me like 3 hours away. I'm like, I can't commute 3 hours in freaking snow. So yeah, I was able to get all of my preceptors by myself with the help of some of my classmates, because our clinical coordinator was not a lot of help. That is going to be it for my last semester. Those are my classes. I just have a practical class, I have 3 clinical sites, and then I have my graduate elective. So hopefully this semester is not as stressful. Hopefully I can get through it without pulling out my hair, and hopefully I can get through it with all A's. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are excited about this new semester as well as the new year. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave it below. Don't forget to thumbs this video up. It really helps me out a lot. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe now. And what else? Turn on the notification button so that way you never miss any of my videos. As well as don't forget to stay bossed up and conquer. Love you guys. Bye.